Hello and welcome. My name is Renee, and together we'll be exploring the topic of resources. Having worked in teaching and training since 1983, I've had the opportunity to deliver training and work with teachers in Asia, Africa, and Europe. I've been lucky enough to observe teachers giving lessons by making use of whatever they had at hand in under-resourced schools, and watching teachers who were resource-rich and spoilt for choice. What I've learned is that no matter where you teach, a carefully selected and well-used resource can make all the difference to the learner, and it definitely makes us better teachers. In these videos, I'll be sharing with you some of what I've learned and why I feel so passionately about the topic. Currently, I live and work in the Czech Republic, but I'm originally from South Africa, where we like to say, eat your elephant with a teaspoon. I should point out that we don't actually eat elephants, but we find it helpful when faced with a big task to think of it in smaller, manageable, bite-sized chunks. Our topic is vast, so in these 6 short videos, I'll be guiding you through the topic of resources in easy, manageable, bite-sized chunks. I'll be giving you some guidance, sharing some practical and easy to implement resource ideas, as well as a little theory, and hopefully giving you some food for thought. Teachers most frequently ask me, are resources really necessary? How do I know if a resource is good or bad? How do I know if it'll work with my class? How can I cut down on the time I spend preparing resources? How do I get good use out of a resource I spent time preparing? And can you recommend some resources I can use with a variety of classes? So in the videos, I'll be mainly addressing these. In video 2, I'll be defining for you what a resource is. And in video 3, we'll explore how resources support learning. In video 4, we'll look at what a good resource is. And in video 5, I'll share how to use a resource portfolio. In video 6, I'll be giving you some versatile ideas for activities with resources that you can easily replicate. Remember to watch out for my top tip at the end of each video. Broadly speaking, a resource is anything that can be used to aid teaching and learning in our classrooms. So anything that complements or is supplementary to our core or prescribed books or materials. If you look carefully, you'll see that resources are all around us and within reach, no matter where or who we are or teach. It isn't about having costly things or even access. It's about using what you have at hand and turning it into a meaningful activity or task. Ultimately, anything can become a useful resource, which is one reason why I'm such a passionate advocate. It just takes a bit of imagination or some smart adaptation. What I like about resources is how versatile they are. We can use them for presenting new language or a skill, as well as for practicing. In fact, we can use them for all 4 skills: reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and for all our learners, no matter their age or level. I find some resources very helpful for classroom management and establishing cohesion and team building, as they allow my learners to work together and support each other, while other resources are good for fostering independence, creativity, and critical thinking, because they allow my learners to work at their own pace, solve problems, and make connections. Resources help my planning and support my teaching because they engage my learners, ensuring my lessons are more targeted and by allowing the learning to be more exploratory. They allow my students to make the personal connections so necessary for their learning. And a well-chosen resource saves me time during class, allowing me to spend more of my lesson monitoring and giving feedback, 2 things that are essential to good teaching and support learning. Ultimately, for me then, resources make teaching more effective, efficient, and fun, which makes the learning so much more motivating. And if every lesson is essentially about something taught and something learned, then resources help me meet my lesson aims and outcomes. So hopefully, you are now ready to learn more about managing resources. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the videos.